Hey there folks, John here with Through My Lens, and today I'm coming to you with another photography related video. Today we're going to be taking a look at this. This is the Canon EF 100-400 f 4.5 to 5.6. Now let me mention that this video is intended to be a supplement to the written photo review that can be found on Through My Lens. I'll have a link in the description box to the article that's on my website. I would strongly recommend you take a look at that because it's going to go into a lot more detail, a lot more technical specifications than what I'm going to go here. This is going to be more impressions really, and I'm going to be talking about this lens as compared to the RF equivalent, which is the RF 100-500 f 4.5 to 7.1. Now, historically, I really haven't had a need to shoot much beyond 200. I've always had 70 to 200 in my bag, and for the most part, for the shooting that I do, that's been enough for me. Typically, when I've gone to events, when I used to do a lot more work as a freelance writer and photographer for magazines, if I was going to an event or a function where I thought I would need more reach than 200 millimeters, I'd usually call up Canon. I'm a member of Canon Professional Services, and I'd usually have them send me a lens. I just really didn't shoot enough at longer distances that would require 300-400 millimeter focal length in order to get a good image. Went to a zoo once in a while, an air show once in a while. Again, for most of my photography career, that's kind of where things went. Last year, in 2024, I attended the Battle on the Bricks, the IMSA Battle on the Bricks, with the BMW Car Club of America. Got articles about that and videos about that here on the channel as well. But where the car club was on the track in the BMW Performance Center, where they have an observation deck where you can watch and you can take photos from there, 200 focal length just was not enough. I decided that when I came back next year, I wanted to have 300 or 400 millimeter focal length lens. I did call Canon to send me some lenses, but I started really looking into finally breaking down and buying my own and having the ability to do some longer range stuff if I wanted to. Now, as most people know, Canon glass is not cheap, and when you start looking at lenses like the RF 100-500, that lens is going to be about $3,000, and I just didn't think that I wanted to spend that much money on something that I would use 3 or 4 times a year. So I started looking at other options. Now, obviously, the RF platform, Canon hasn't really opened up in any great extent to third parties, but not a big deal. There's lots and lots of great EF glass out there that can be adapted to Canon's mirrorless RF platform, and the lenses are really, still outstanding, even though this particular lens is about a decade old. I should probably mention this is the second iteration of this particular lens. It's the 2. There's a EF 100-400 millimeter version 1 and a version 2. The version 2, again, not quite 10 years old, I don't think, but is updated. It's a little lighter, and the autofocus is a little better than the previous generation. In terms of cost, this one I went probably on the high end of what you could acquire this. I've noticed this lens in particular is starting to go up, probably due to the tariff situation that we find ourselves in right now. But I spent about $1,600 from KEH. They're a very trusted name in pre-owned equipment. I got it, and I got the lens hood that comes with this lens. There's another accessory pouch that is available, which I didn't care about. I would never use. So I was really happy. The lens is in phenomenal condition. If you do buy one pre-owned, they're likely to be a little scratched up because they're often used by working professionals, but just make sure that the front element is okay. I've seen a lot of really nasty looking front elements out there that have been scratched up, and you don't want any part of that. But at $1,600, this was about half what it would cost me to get the 100 to 500. Optically, the performance is almost identical. Again, check out all of the images that I have in my written photo review. I've got lots of samples of what I've taken in both, car races. I did some high school football and some other things with this lens, and really, I'm just so impressed with this lens, and it really is just a testament to how good Canon glass is, even the previous generation. Again, this is an L series lens. It's very well sealed, very well constructed. On the downside, it's going to be a little bit heavier than the RF equivalent, so that's a consideration if you're going to be doing a lot of traveling or have to haul the thing around. That's going to be even pronounced a little bit more by the fact that you obviously have to use the adapter, the Canon EF to RF adapter, so that adds some length and some a little bit of weight to this as well when you use the lens. But again, optically, I would say, pretty on par to the RF equivalent. There's really not going to be any sacrifices there. Autofocus is outstanding. I never had any problems with the autofocus. The only downside that you might be thinking of is that this lens goes to 400, the RF 100 to 500 goes to obviously 500 millimeters. Well, as it happens, because I've been shooting with Canon for so long, I still had in my possession this Canon RF 1.4 extender. Now, Canon makes an RF extender in 1.4. Again, this is like this one in a 2x extender. And with the 1.4 extender, and these, by the way, these are dirt cheap online. You can get them for like $60. But with the 1.4 extender, that takes the focal length out to 560. And you're only, compared to the RF 100 500, you're only a stop off in light. At the far end, the 100 500 is an f7.1 lens. Using this, I think you're at about f8. Negligible difference, from a light perspective. So I think for the money, this is really a fantastic choice, and I'm super happy. If you're at all interested, I would probably get on the stick and start hunting one of these down, because I think they are starting to go up in price, primarily due to the tariff situation. Everything just seems to be going up a couple $300. So really happy with the lens. Again, check out my written photo review that's found on Through My Lens. Link in the description box. A lot more technical detail, but again, just wanted to get this video out there to really encourage folks to take a look at, not only this lens, but a host of other EF options that you have out there. I personally am not inhibited in any way by the fact that there aren't a lot of third-party options for the RF platform, because there's so many fantastic EF lenses that can be adapted to the Canon mirrorless platform. Well, there you have it. There's my thoughts on the Canon EF 100 to 400 f 4.5 to 5.6 here in 2025. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Take care. God bless. We'll see you in the next one.
I hope you've enjoyed this production from the Through My Lens YouTube channel. If you did, please click on the like button and do share the video on social media. If you'd like to see more content like it, please do subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and do check out Through My Lens at www